What's up, guys? Christian Soto here for RedChipPoker.com, and we're back in the forum streets, duking it out. So this post comes from Sulu U, and he's playing 2-5 live. He has an effective stack of $305. So villain number one opens. He's a reg in the game. He opens for 25 under the gun +2, and hero calls in the hijack with Ace Queen of Diamonds. I think given your stack, it's okay for you to call with Ace Queen of Diamonds there, because if you do 3-bet and he 4-bets, you have to call. So I think your call's okay. If you were deeper, you would have a decision between calling and raising, and that decision would lie in how your opponent performs post flop. If he's really bad post flop, then you would be more likely to call to not bail him out by 3-betting all the time. Also dependent on like your 3-bet frequency in the game and stuff like that. So you decide to call, and then villain 2 in the cutoff calls behind you. So you're obviously going to be monkey in the middle here. The flop comes Ace Jack 5 with 1 diamond, being the Jack of diamond, and villain 1 C bets for 80, and now we have a decision between calling, raising, and folding. So obviously our hand is going to be too strong to fold right now. There's just like we're at the top of our range in the spot, etc., etc. So now we have a decision between calling and raising, right? So let's talk about both decision matrices, right? So if you raise, what good comes from that? Is your opponent going to call with worse? Maybe. But more importantly, what hands are you likely to be raising here in other spots? Also, what bluffs do you have here? Not many, right? So the problem with your raise, if you do choose to do that, is that when the flop comes Ace Jack 5 and you're the cold caller, you are going to be at a disadvantage in terms of range, right? Who has range advantage? Who hits Ace Jack 5 more often? The pre-flop raiser, right? Instead of the caller. So what happens is you're going to need to shift some of your strongest hands to your call range so that you can protect all the stuff that's weak, right? So that's really the theory behind the call, is that you need to have some really strong hands to protect your weak hands, given that on this board, range advantage is not in your favor, right? So that is the decision there. So I think the best play for you to do here is call, given that you're going to be at a disadvantage here in the long run. Now, I'm not saying that we should ever fold. Like, we're calling and getting ready to stack off on most turns. Like, there's pretty much not going to be many turns where we're going to fold. So I think you should call with the mindset of that we're going to get it in, right? So I think that would be the best play for you here, Sulu. So if you have any questions about this post or anything else in particular, just shoot it in the thread and I will get right to it. Peace.